Alright, howdy. I'm gonna make a habit of starting this off with, bit of, pre-stream, warm-up improv, so gonna warm up real quick and then we'll get right into the track. As it happens, I already have a good keyboard instrument out. I'm just gonna mute mic while I improvise so y'all don't have to deal with all the keyboard and pedal noises. Alright, that's enough of that. let's get right into the track, shall we? So this is more or less where we left off last time. I figured out all the sections over here, moved them over here. It's a very, very baseline of what we're gonna have. So let's just give it a listen. So it's a 16 bar blues. I think it sounded better before I made that little edit there. So I'm just gonna put that back. So now it's a kind of weird 16 bar blues, but it's still 16 bar blues. I'm not digging the bass tone as much as I did yesterday. So I think the first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna fiddle with that a little bit. Rather than just get rid of the current bass tone, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna duplicate the channel, mute this one, and name it original bass tone. And that way we're doing this non-destructively. I'm going to do this without screwing everything up. Let's just hear what it would sound like with like an actual real bass, shall we? So picked. Ah, yes, the bass doubling. I kind of like this. I'm going to have to drop the bass out of the mix at some point. The organ absolutely sounds a lot better than I remember it sounding when I added it. Still gonna re-record it once I've actually figured out a proper arrangement. But I feel like this may be too sharp. This may be too aggressive. It's a bit closer, but like it's still missing something. slap some serious compression on it, see what happens. Nah. I think the combination of the previous bass, the OG bass, is fine, honestly. It just may need to be toned down a little bit, and I can work on that. In fact, let's... Hang on. There we go. I can't solo the fucking stream channel collection. If I want there to be sound going to the stream, I need to solo them individually. That's irritating. That's incredibly irritating. Ah, well. Yeah, I think maybe just turning the resonance down will do it. That's much better. Now the bass is not like stealing attention from everything else. It's not mellow per se, but it's more mellow than it was. Alright. I think maybe time for like some actual proper arrangement. Determine, how's this track gonna end up shaking out? When are we bringing in the organ? Important stuff like that. So how are we gonna start the track even? For this, I think I'm gonna come back to this view, because then I can play individual tracks pretty easily. Granted, this still has the empty fill, so I'm gonna just replace that real quick. Give me a hot minute. Let's consolidate that, do its own thing. Copy, paste, and just pop that right there. Well, there's only one issue, and it's that this doesn't have the follow action, but other than that, that works a lot better. There we go. Now that should work. Yeah, there we go. I really like that fill. I really, really like that fill. When I go back, when I've got the arrangement done and I'm going through, I'm gonna keep that fill at least once because that shit fucks. All right, so let's just stop all the clips. We can just start with the bass line, but that's not something I usually like to do. So, let's see. If I just start with this, what does that sound like? It's like starting with the bass line, almost. It's like starting with the bass line, but like lighter, And that's a possibility. Starting with the drums is not a good idea. Yeah, starting with the drums is not a good idea. Now, normally I wouldn't start a thing with the organ, but I think I'm going to start this one with the organ. And here's why. Because I just pictured that you start with that organ bit. You start with the you start with that, just a couple loops of it, and then you have a drum fill that just sort of, and then everything comes in. I think this will work. I think this will work is what I'm saying. I don't need this arrangement anymore because I can just do that automatically. The only reason I put it out like this over here is because I wanted to noodle over it with the keyboard. And I'm definitely going to do that again. But this time it'll be with a proper arrangement. So, like, we're going to start with this. Just 2 loops of that. Then there's going to be some sort of drum fill. Everything is going to come in. Everything except the bass doubling is going to come in. Then from there, 16-bar blues. And at some point, I'll just have the bass drop out. Just for a full 16 bars, I think I'll have the bass drop out. See, this is why I don't usually do blues, because the arrangement is so simple that it becomes difficult for me to do it. If that makes any sense. Like, it's a very strict form. There's not much deviation from it. So what do you do with that to make it interesting? That's what I'm going to find out. Anyway. I did not need to delete this, because all I really need to do is just move it up a little bit. Just 2 bars. Not even 2 bars. Actually, no, quite a bit more than 2 bars. 4 bars. Oops. That ain't it. There we go. Let's well, no, that was a 1 bar. I need to move it up 2 bars. There we go. And what we're going to do is we're just going to shift this over by 1, like that. And we'll see. Okay, so I do need the full 4 bars. Okay, that's fine. I can make this work. Scooch over some more. You scooch over some more. like so. And now we find a fill. I like that. I like it, but it's too aggressive. It's too much. Fuck! Okay. Let's see what else we've got. What else we got here? I should also make sure that the time signature is right. Anyway, welcome to Drum Fills, the stream. Could go real simple with that. Then again, that's also only a 1-bar fill. I kind of really prefer the 2-bar fills to this. This is really simple. Let's see how this one works. Let's see how this goes in the context of the track. That one's not enough. Fuck. I need to find, like, the happy medium here. I don't think the ones that start with clicks are going to do it, honestly. Much as I love them, I don't think they work well enough. This is probably not going to work. I just want to know what it will sound like in the context of the track. I mean, it almost works. Almost. But not enough for me to want to keep it. Ooh. I know I said that the click ones weren't doing it for me, but this one might. This one's like... somehow it just doesn't connect. It just doesn't connect to the rest of the track. I think that's going to be too heavy. That's almost like exactly what I'm looking for. Let's see if this works. Let's see if this one will. Let's see how this one sounds. I think we got it. I think we got it. Yeah, I think we got it with that one. Give it one more listen. Only edit that I'm going to make, take out that leading hi-hat. Go. No double bass yet. I think I'm also gonna go ahead and fix that loop. There we go. Okay. And let's just copy this over again. And this is very repetitive so far. It's a blues, it's going to be. But it's more repetitive than I would prefer. So how am I going to handle that? Let's see. Because honestly, I'm still trying to figure that out. too much fun just playing over this. That's another one of the problems with blues. It's just really fun to jam over. All right. Okay. What now? Well, before I can like go through and just record everything, just re-perform the whole track, I need to like actually arrange it. I hate actually arranging. But it's a fact of production. Okay, so bit by bit. So we come in with the organ. Here. Drums. Bass. We have a full 16 bars of just these three. Go up to 4. Back down to 1 here. Up to the 5. 6, 4, 1. You know, I'm realizing this isn't. This is. I want to say. No, it's a funky 16-bar blues because the way that it's arranged is weird, but it sounds fine. Okay. I need to figure out what to do here. 'Cause like I could just keep on looping this on and on and on. But that's no fun. So far we have 3 loops of the form. Got loop 1 with no bass doubling, loop 2 with bass doubling, loop 3 with bass doubling. What can I do to make it more interesting? I could take the bass out for this section at least. And then have the bass make a return in the next loop. Let's just give it that listen. honestly, I feel like we can probably just do away with the bass doubling entirely. And maybe... Maybe a bass, maybe a solo here. Bass comes back in at some point. And then we come back for another loop. So solo here, bass comes back in somewhere over here. We'll figure that out. Figure that out later. Another loop of this, and then ending of some variety. Yeah, and that way I can also figure out how I'm going to handle lyrics if I'm doing lyrics, because then there are 3 verses and a solo. And if I need to, I can extend it and add another solo, but we'll cross that bridge when we get to it. So now I need to figure out how to orchestrate an ending in such a way that when I, go through and perform everything here, just to re-record it and make it sound more organic, that I can go into it smoothly. So let's just sort of think on that for a moment when we give this another listen. I sure do love how music production is a lot of just listening to the same track over and over again, picking it apart bit by bit. This is where the solo would be. So I'm gonna noodle here. I think that's where the bass would come back in. I could just go for like a pretty classic blues ending of just sort of extending this last bit out. Just 5 for a really long time. Finish out by landing back on the 1. I could definitely do that. That would be something that I would need to perform into it. That would be tricky. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to make this tiny and put it up here, because we're just going to ignore it. If I bring the bass doubling back in, I'll bring the bass doubling back in, but we're not handling that right now. And what I'm going to do... I'm going to see if I can't go through and just perform the bass line. I'm going to start with that. I'm going to go for nice organic stuff. And how I'm going to do this is going to rename this one Performed Bass. And we're just going to get rid of all this. And we're going to mute the original for now. And we'll see how this goes. I'm not going to record this time. I'm just going to do a duo. I'm just going to play over just to get a feel for it, you know? Make sure that I can play it before I try tracking it. No bass here. See, the great thing about recording, about actually like performing the parts into the track, is that way you can get all the little riffs you want in there and it'll sound organic. literally just gonna repeat the 5 and then land on the 1. And that's something that I'll have to perform out and make it work. I think I'm gonna do one more run over of the bass line before I try tracking it. Just, make absolutely sure that I've got it, from the top. Comes out there. All right. I'm going to take a couple minutes, then I'm going to track it. I'm going to have a drink of water. All right. Sorry for any water bottle sounds y'all are hearing. Oh, hey Wyatt. Yeah, it's the same tune that I was working on yesterday. It's coming along. I'm actually just about to track the bass, and I got some rest, Hazel Ursa. Glad to see you in the stream again. All right. Okay, let's track this bass line. All right. And I do have... Yeah, good. That's not record enable. It's just monitoring. Cool. So I'm not going to accidentally record all of my commentary. Cool. All right. Thanks for the raid. And the bass comes back in. Right, I was gonna God damn it. Okay, so I'm probably gonna need to re-record that ending bit again, but that's fine because there's this whole gap here, so I can re-record the bass to my heart's content. Anyway, I'm gonna give that a listen because I figure that I made some mistakes in there that I didn't even realize I made. Too rigid, if that's a good term for it. I've heard enough flubs that I kind of want to just do a second take of this. So I'm just gonna rename this to take 1. Duplicate. Delete. Take 2. And let's just, for the sake of organization, group these into a group. Oh, you're cooking. What you cooking? Actually, you're not. You're not in stream right now because you're switching over to mobile. I'll ask that when you're back. Base. Let's name this group Base because that's what it is. That works better an octave up. Hey, there we go. I've got my megalovania out of my system. Although, is it ever truly out? Ooh, fries, chicken, and pasta? Sounds tasty. And, yes, it was, SNAS Undertale. Anyway, gonna mute take 1. And time for take 2. Drums. Out for a little bit. I think this take is pretty good so far. Up to the 4. Down to the 1. Oh, I fucked that up. You know what? I'll worry about the second section in a minute. We'll handle the first section first. Second section, I think I'm going to need to do a fresh take. Just an entirely separate take. Let's just listen to this first section. know what? I think this being synth bass and all, it actually makes a lot of sense. It's actually perfectly fine for it to be loops. I just need a few sections that are not. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take this down here. And just fiddle with it. I can get rid of this. Nudge this a little bit so it'll actually play. There we go. Hey! Okay. So the issue that comes up is the ending. Again. I could definitely record a blues ending, or it can fade out. But either way, I think I need to figure that out before I can record the organ fresh. Because the organ is something that I definitely want to be performed as opposed to just loops, because that allows for some variation in the rotary pedal. Also allows for some variation in the chord changes, and it's just more fun. It's just more fun. But at this point, what we have is fairly serviceable. Even though it's just a few loops of the thing. I don't think I have time to record, to retrack the organ anyway. At least not today. Could start trying to come up with lyrics for this. Could also just, noodle around on it for a little bit. But I've done a lot of that already. In any case, I think I'm done with the bass for now. The hell was that? Yeah, I think I'm done with the bass for now. Man, I love the Rhodes. It's just such a good tone. It's just... Ugh. It's just so nice. I love it. Okay. You know what? Fuck it. I'll see if I can get the organ tracked. So, what I'm gonna do, duplicate this, rename to original organ, mute, and we'll call this take 1, and group these under organ. Really nice organ tone. I lied. The megalovania is not out of my system. All right. Okay. So let's just remove all this. All right. So I'm just going to play through. Not going to record yet. Just going to play through just to make sure that I can. Here we go. Yeah, without the drums in, it's real hard. What was I doing with the organ there? What was I even doing? Okay, so with this one, folding doesn't help because I have the whole... Okay, so with the A, it appears that I'm doing this. What? The fuck? The fuck am I even doing here? Okay. Okay, so it's you go to the A, then a sort of G dominant almost. B half diminished, I guess. I don't fucking know. And then briefly back to the A before just, sliding off. Okay. And with this okay. So yeah, no, that makes sense actually. I just wasn't picking up on it because I can't fucking remember what I record ever. Okay. Okay, well now I definitely don't have time to record a new take, but I can definitely practice to record a new take. Cuz now I sort of know what I'm doing. Okay, it doesn't need to be nearly that complicated. All right. Let's give it a playthrough and see how that is. yeah, I think when I actually record this, which will happen tomorrow, because at this point it is getting a bit late. When I record this, I'm gonna see if I can't extend the ending a little bit. So rather than just going to the 5 and then stopping abruptly, I'll do something like. I don't know, something like that. It'll repeat the 5 to the 4, 5 6 4 a few times, and then land on the 1, and that'll be how it ends. And if I can't figure out how to make that work, then I'll just fade out. But we'll figure it out, and we'll figure it out next time. We'll figure it out tomorrow, because it is a Tuesday night, and I have other obligations on Tuesday nights. And as such, I need to end stream. So, those of you who showed up, thank you for hanging out. Thanks for watching. And I'll see you all tomorrow.